Now, why being frugal by spending significantly less than what you earn is so hard? Now, the answer lies in the psychology of the human mind. Why I say so? Now, here's an example. Now, once you get that promotion in your job, the society and the people around you expect you to upgrade your car, right? And you feel bad for the whole week just because a casual comment from a few of your colleagues who probably forgets what they said to you after the day is over. And then after that, you keep on thinking, what should I upgrade? Should I upgrade my car? How's this going to impact my financial condition? So just because of this one single comment, you think about it all day. And the reason being this is what we call as the spotlight effect. Have you heard of the spotlight effect? Now, the thing is, most people dramatically overestimate how much other people notice on what they do and how much they care. The thing is, probably what you do, people around you just don't give a shit, right? Don't give much of a shit and don't really notice what you do. Now, the example, but the thing is, we always think that what we do, people notice it a lot, and this all in our mind. But once you reverse the role, right, you ask yourself, how much do you care about what kind of bags or what kind of car other people or the people around you, the relatives and things like that are driving? You don't really care. You just come to know, but you don't really care because people are generally more focused on themselves. They have more on their plate to worry about than just thinking about what you have, what you do, and things like that. Because the thing is, what you have or what you do, unless it has a significant impact on their lives, people just don't really care. Now, it all lies in the, like I say, in the human mind, the psychology part of it. Now, people just don't really notice unless you force them to notice. Now, if someone, for example, I know that someone who are very against about using grocery coupons at KFC and things like that, like 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit coupons, because that looks very cheap, right? You're being a cheapskate for using coupons. But the thing is, so people feel very ashamed of using coupons and things like that. But the thing is, people just don't really care, right? Even if they were staring at you, they're thinking of something else, and even probably the thoughts doesn't even register. Now, even if they do notice, their mind would just be reflect back on themselves, wondering if they should do the same on whatever you are doing. Now, it's extremely rare for other people to think negatively of you if you are being frugal in a way that doesn't impact their life negatively at all. If you are wasting time, if we are all wasting time on thinking too much on this, then basically you are wasting our valuable day-to-day energy. Now, for example, I'm a man of my word. I'm generally a frugal person, but I see a value in between price and value. The difference between price and value. Price is what you pay. Value is really what you get. So where I'm quite a frugal person when it comes to purchases, or I want to come to entertainment when it comes to cars and things. But I am quite a big spender when it comes to things that will improve myself. Self-improvement course. Now, this is some of the big purchases I made in 2004. One of the course that actually teaches you how to build a software company. Things like this, because I've spent probably more than 10 or 15 or close to 20,000 of ringgit Malaysia just for this course, because it's for self-improvement. Now, the thing is, another example is, let's say someone would give you a car for a ride, or if you were to ride someone to give you a car for a ride, like I say, right? So imagine you're traveling from long distance, let's say Penang to Johor Bahru, let's say, right? People could actually care very less on whether you are driving a Myvi or you are driving a super sport car like a Lamborghini. They would actually care less, but what they care about is, as long as you give them safe, a clean and dependable ride from point A to point B, then that would be it, right? As long as your car is safe and clean and dependable. And another thing that they might care is the fact that whether you are a good travel companion or not, whether you have a good conversation with them, they have an enjoyable trip with you, and things like that. Now, imagine if someone were to fetch you in a Lamborghini super sports car, and all along a trip, he's such a jerk. Let's say if you're hitching a ride with a guy and you're a lady, and he's such a jerk, such a non-gentleman during the ride, you're probably going to remember that. And you probably refuse to actually let him give you a ride again after this incident, regardless of what car he drives, right? They will say, see ya. So that is my point. And the thing is, although humans really judge each other, but the thing is, most of us worry every day, day in and day out, whether we are being judged in a way that makes us uncomfortable or not. Now, if really people are going to judge you depending on how kind of clothes you wear, the kind of house you stay, what are the kind of cars that you drive. Now, if people are going to judge you negatively on any of those, and you waste your energy trying to please them, the thing is, there is no end to it. Because if people are judgmental, they are going to judge you negatively because of your possessions, no matter what, no matter how rich you are, and no matter how much you are, no matter how luxurious your lifestyle are. They will find some ways to negatively judge you, no matter what are the possessions that you have. Now, you are not going to, for this kind of people, you are never going to have the possession nice enough for them to judge you in a positive manner. So just forget about that. Now, the thing is, why it is so important, because everything in life has a financial cost which impacts the other things in life. For example, if you are in a top management, you have a very high responsibility in a job role. The thing is, probably you get very high pay, but by being that you get very high pay, your responsibility also higher, and then you also spend probably more time in the office. We are talking about work-life balance over here, and that will actually impact the time, reduce the time you spend with your family. So this all a cause and effect. So for people who are frugal, but they are afraid or ashamed being called cheap, right? Is that it's very easy. There's a thin line separating between being frugal and being cheap, because a lot of people view being frugal is something you self-deny yourself of the enjoyment that you deserve to get. Now, this is not true in the least, because all frugality means is that when you recognize something that has a financial cost. Everything has a financial cost. Now, you take that something and it's actually hurting your other options in life. Like, for example, because you need to take, let's say, a very high stress job just to get a very high pay to support your very high-end lifestyle, then probably the other impact is you have high stress all the time, right? It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy things that cost money. It just means that for whatever you choose to enjoy, okay, it just means it needs to be worth that kind of cost. It having high pay worth the time cost of spending less money with your family. Now, that is the thing that we always need to have a balance about. Now, it's extremely rare, like I say, for people to think negatively of all the choices that you make in life in the way that does not impact their life at all. So to wrap it up for today, now, another thing, the last thing is to cut the things that you don't care about, that don't make you happy. Like, for example, having a high-end car doesn't really make me happy. I don't really care about. You can say I'm weird, but as a guy, I'm really not into cars. So one of the best way of being frugal, without dragging down your lifestyle, is to look for ways to cut back and cut down on things that you don't really care about. Now, just drop it. So, what are the things that you don't really care about? Can you reply me in the comments below? So, or if you think this is very enlightening video, share this with your friends and family or colleagues. I'm CF Lieu and I'm the founder of howtofinancemoney.com. I'll have take my leave now, and I wish you have a great week ahead.